Hey everyone, it's Lara here with Witchy Wednesday for the week of September 20th, 2017. Coming to you from my dining room today because I'm doing a little painting, not on the walls, on canvas actually. I pulled out my paints and my canvases, and I'm feeling kind of inspired to be a little bit creative. I've done some personal readings for a few artists actually in the last couple of weeks, and so I don't know if it was that or if it's because my therapist suggested it would be a good idea. You come here for the truth, you know. But anyways, I decided that today was the day, and that's what I've been doing. But I, of course, wanted to take a break to do Witchy Wednesday for you, because I wouldn't want to miss it. I enjoy it, and I hope you do too. So if the lighting's a little off, sorry about that. I am a little tired, so it's not only the lighting. I'm a little washed out today. This Virgo new moon that just happened in the wee hours of the morning has been quite draining over the last couple of days, and I know I've been hearing that from a few of you too. That you know. First off, new moons are about new beginnings generally, but this one, for a couple of reasons, it really seemed like there was a lot of clearing to do, and there may still be over the next couple of days before we can really allow that new energy to come in. Just very briefly, and this is the third time. I don't usually use more than one take when I do these videos, but today, I don't know, I'm a little rambly and stuff, and so third take. Hopefully third time's a charm. Trying to keep it shorter. Anyhow, so as I was saying, this particular new moon that just happened in the wee hours of the morning here, it really had the quality of bringing up dredging up a lot of stuff to be cleared. A lot of old wounds, a lot of old hurts, that kind of thing were part of this. And, you know, in astrological terms, the moon in Virgo was opposite to the asteroid Chiron in the sky. And Chiron in astrology and in mythology is known as the wounded healer. And so Chiron likes to, you know, dredge up those old wounds for them to be healed. And when Chiron's involved, you know, I mentioned this in a Facebook post I wrote yesterday. And so if you want to dig a little deeper, you can go check there. But when Chiron's involved, it could be that things are not getting completely healed. The wound may never completely heal, but it's that notion of, you know, we become stronger in the broken places. And so if we can use, you know, clear out as much as we can, heal things as best we can, and then use our learning from that to help others, hopefully. You know, rather than staying stuck in that discomfort, in that pain, that kind of thing. So, this feeling of you know, being a little sensitive, that kind of thing, and maybe a little self-critical too, because or critical of others. You know, on the shadow side, Virgo can be critical. That could be happening, but very much healing. Virgo's very healing as well. And so, you know, try to focus on the healing part. And you know, this may take a couple of more days, and I'll explain why in a minute here before I get to the actual card, to show you the card. But because we're moving into Libra season, the moon actually has switched into Libra today. So as I'm doing this reading, the moon is in Libra now. It's moved out of Virgo. The moon moves quite quickly. And so it's moved into the sign of Libra. And on Friday, the 22nd, the sun's going to follow. So it will be officially Libra season for, you know, Libra solar people. If Libra is your sun sign in astrology, it will be your season and your birthday season. And the 22nd is also the equinox, right? Libra is the sign of balance. The equinox is the balance point in the year. And so It may take until Friday until we sort of establish this Libra energy for things to feel a little bit more cleared out, a little bit lighter, a little bit more lighthearted. And so hang in there. New beginnings are in fact on the way, and you could still use the next day or so to you know, to sort of clear out the old and maybe do some nurturing and some healing for yourself. You know, maybe even organizing. Virgos love that stuff, that kind of thing. Before you're ready to fully embrace whatever change it is that you want to make. Okay, so I'm going to move to the card, and I'm going to still sort of bring the astrology into it as well. I used a new deck today called The Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan, and I haven't used this deck publicly before because I was waiting to get comfortable with it myself. I wouldn't use a deck for reading, for personal readings or for doing this unless I was comfortable with it. And so I am getting more comfortable with this deck. I really love it. And I did my own spread with this deck yesterday, and it was really, really quite insightful. But the card that came up for us today is the Ace of Swords. And so this is a very powerful card. It's about realizing how much power we have. And it's about cutting through the crap, basically, you know, to put it simply. And so, you know, if you can see in the picture here, there's all this sort of fog in the background. You know, we're sort of being led to cut through the fog. But keep in mind the Libra energy, right? This can be a double-edged sword, right? And if we think of Libra, both sides, you know, Libra is always wanting to weigh both sides of the argument. They know that you have an opinion and that they also have an opinion. They don't like conflict. They like harmony and balance and all of that kind of thing. And so when we are trying to own our own personal power and to, you know, to make a choice to really be ourselves in the world, we need to do that with the energy of Libra in mind, so as not to use, you know, wield this sword in an unethical way or in a way that may be harmful to ourselves or to others. I'm hoping that sort of makes sense to you. So we may have some decisions to make moving forward. We may be still in the fog a little bit. We may be on the fence. Like, you know, Libra can sometimes be perpetually on the fence and unable to take a stand, unable to stand up for themselves, for others, for, you know, for a cause or a belief or what have you, because they don't want to really rock the boat. But sometimes we have to do that, right? But we need to do that with a gentle and diplomatic approach, and, you know, as Libra would do at its best. So recognize that, in fact, new beginnings are coming, and, you know, you may still have a few challenges over the next few days, but if you really weigh the pros and cons, consider your options, and cut through the crap to the truth of it, right? Not being wishy-washy, not making excuses, really owning it, and, you know, being sort of that powerful warrior of integrity, rather than somebody who will wield this sword for, you know, nasty reasons. So I think I'm going to leave it there. Third time, I don't know if it was a charm or not, but I hope the message came through to you. And if you want to get a personal reading with me, you can go to my website on the services page. I would love to do that for you. I so appreciate the support. I'm getting great feedback. I would love it if you would subscribe here on YouTube, you know, like, share, all those kinds of things help me get the word out. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this at the top of the video or not, because, you know, 3 times now, I don't know. I don't remember what I've said. But if you're in the Sudbury area, I'm doing an in-person workshop on October 21st, and it's called Practical Magic for Moving Through Fear, Anxiety, and Panic. And you can get the details and register on the services page of my site as well under the in-person workshop tab. People are just, you know, starting to register. So space is limited. And if you're interested, I would love to have you there. So you can reach out to me via email if you have questions, info@laranewell-barrette.ca, or you can go to my website, laranewell-barrette.ca. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. And thanks for sticking it out with me today. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.